Well, hello everybody. This is Danny and Wanda back from Deep South Homestead.
And tonight we want to just talk a little bit about our YouTube journey.
It's a very special thing for us. We've enjoyed doing YouTube. We've been on it now, what, about 5 years?
We started December of 2015, really hit it heavy January 1st of 2016.
Yeah.
So this is going to be our 5th year, or it is our fifth year,
our
I
fifth
guess.
Year. Yep.
We started making little bitty short videos. The first 2 or 3 were small videos.
We did the rocket stove.
Yeah.
And a couple of those smokehouse videos, you know what I mean?
Like the corn
grinding videos, corn shelling or something like that. They were all little small videos, very short.
And then we branched into just Danny wanted to show what he did day to day. And Danny was the only one in the videos at the time. I was not in any of them. And I did all the video work. I did all the videos, but he did the editing.
I done the editing, everything like that. Wanda was camera shy at that time.
I was the camera person.
Yep.
That was it.
When was the first time you sat beside me in the chair?
That was at Christmas.
Okay, that was at Christmas.
We had started that week, and Danny said, well, let's do a kind of a chat here by the fireplace. And the whole time he chatted, and I probably didn't say very much the whole time.
She didn't say very much. She just sat there.
I just kind of sat there, and then he started doing a porch time pretty quick. Within a week or two or 3.
Within a week or two, yeah. It wasn't long after that we started doing porch time.
Danny did porch time, and then I would film him as he worked. And then he would edit it and put it up, and it was taking us hours, sometimes 6, 8, 10 hours to upload.
Because everything was so slow.
And we still put up a video every day.
Yeah.
Nothing was up on time. We didn't never have a set time. It's just that whenever it uploaded, that's when it went out. That was the deal. And probably after a week or 2, you decided, let's do a chat with Danny and Wanda.
Yeah, we did the Danny and Wanda chat after a while, yeah.
And it was mainly Danny talking still. And that went on for several months, 2 or 3 months.
It did, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's just so hard. When you go back 5 years and you try to remember all this stuff, you don't really think about it from day to day. We have to try to recall what happened. But regardless of it, Wanda finally come around and wanted to be in the videos, and she, once she got to doing it, she realized she's as natural as it comes. I mean,
not really. It took me a lot to get past my shyness.
It did. I mean, and still to this day, if she wants to do a video, I have to leave out.
Yes.
I have to leave. I can't.
Yesterday I said, you got to go.
Yeah, I come in the house for something, come in here to eat or something, and she says, you can't stay in here, you got to go. I was like, and it was raining outside, and I was like, why? She said, because I'm trying to shoot a video. I said, well, okay.
So he had to sit on the porch.
So I had to go out and sit on the porch. I had to close the door in the rain and go sit out on the porch. I mean, she does not want me in, you know? I mean, so it's still a little bit of an issue, you know?
When we're doing one together, we feed off each other.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing something myself, I stumble over words if I know he's close, because I'm used to him helping me with words. If he's right here and I can't remember what I'm saying, or I can't find the word, he fills in the word for me. And then I can go on. If I'm doing it by myself, I can't do like he does porch time. I can't sit there and just talk nonstop and not have to edit something, because I'll forget a word or I'll forget something and I'll have to start over. So that's why, and when he's around, it makes me more nervous because I feel like he's listening to me.
Even though I'm not. I'm really.
You should know he never listens to me.
I never listen to her anyway. I mean, that's just, it's a husband-wife thing, you know?
He doesn't pay that much attention.
I don't pay any attention. I have other things on my mind that I'm doing, and she thinks I'm listening when I'm not. And it just becomes comical after a while.
And so we've been doing this 5 years.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Met a lot of great people.
Yeah, and Wanda started off, even though I really wasn't on camera, I did a lot of the answering questions, a lot of the community stuff.
Yeah.
And I got to talking back and forth and emailing and doing Skype and all this stuff with a bunch of great people. Dirt Patch Heaven, The Fundamental Home, Amanda, Tangi from The Caver's Wife, which is Freedom Homestead now. Danny got to talking to Daniel Arms at Arms Family.
Yeah. Let's see, I've talked, gosh.
There was so many back then.
Back then there was, well, I mean,
Big Family Homestead,
you know, different ones like that. We got into the, right off the bat, kind of pretty quick, we got into the Homestead Network.
Yeah, Brad from Big Family was starting it, and he asked us would we join in, and we had such terrible internet, and Danny kept saying, no, we can't do a live. And finally I talked him into it, and we did a live stream on Saturday night ever since. Every Saturday night at 8 since then. We've missed a few times, but very, very seldom.
Very seldom do we miss it.
And that's thanks to Big Family Homestead for that.
Yeah.
We went to one conference, the Great Appalachian
Homestead
Conference in 2000, maybe 17.
It was in Crossville, Tennessee.
I think it was in 2017 or 18, one of the two.
It was with Patera. Patera did a fantastic job setting everything up.
We had a blast there.
We had a blast. We met great people there.
We met Starry, Hilder, John from J-Null Zero.
J-Null Zero.
Who else was there?
Gosh, there was...
Art and Bree were there.
Art and Bree were there. Yeah, I remember meeting them.
I can't remember. It's been so long.
But we had the Aldermans were there. I mean,
the Aldermans.
You know, Scratchmade Homestead was there.
Scratchmade went with us. They drove and we rode with them basically. Yeah. We made it there in record time because he did like 90 all the way.
JM from the Nut House.
That's right.
She was there. Jen is
that's the first time we got to meet her.
Yeah.
Sheila from Quake Lake.
Sheila from Quake Lake was there. I mean, guys,
Two Family
was there. Daryl and Sherry, that's where we actually met them for the first time.
Yeah. That place was so overrun with people, and we had a blast, and that's the only conference we've been to.
Well, we had Mike and his wife were there. The Pratts.
The Pratts.
Mike and Jenny were there.
And then we decided...
they were so funny, though. We had a good time with them.
We laughed a lot, but we decided after the next year...
Old Alabama Gardener was there, because me and him said it and did a video together.
Yeah. And so we decided the next year to host a gathering. We call it The Gathering. Here in Mississippi, and we hosted 3 gatherings in Mississippi, and would have had our 4th gathering last year, except... because of circumstances, we had to shut it down 2 weeks.
Yeah, because of COVID. We had to shut it down 2 weeks before. I talked to the officials of our county, and they asked me, Danny, I told them what I was doing. They said, would you please not bring people in from all over the country?
Because 2 weeks before, they started shutting everything down.
Yeah, and we made a call to close, to not do it.
We haven't started the gathering back yet because of still the uncertainty.
Yeah.
But throughout the years, we've met a lot of people. We've invited a lot of people into our home.
We have.
We've had multiple visitors here at Deep South Homestead. Probably one of the only homesteading channels that lets people come visit on a regular basis.
Yeah. We had 65 people at one time in our home.
Yes.
Right before one of the gatherings. Homesteaders.
Channels.
Homesteading channels. I mean, we had Doug was here from Doug and Stacy. I mean, I could just go on and it was just everybody. I mean,
I'm trying to think.
Well, the board's right here behind us. I mean,
yes, this board.
We can't really pull it out to see.
Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, Stringfield Ridge, Dirt Patch Heaven, Okie Girl, Backwood Raised,
Spicy,
Firefly Moon Pie, Lisa from Active Agent.
I mean, it just goes on and on.
Southern Art, Quake Lake. I mean, these people
Domingos Mundo, I mean...
There was so many people there. And this was the second one. The first one was more private. We had about 65 people there. More than we expected.
Yeah, a lot more than we expected.
We had a blast because we could sit and talk to people and enjoy the conversation. This last couple, Danny and I had so many people there. It was hard to just
Yeah, we rented
one-on-one
an entire. We
with
rented
everybody.
an entire fairground the second time.
And the third time.
And the third time we rented a fairground, and we packed that place out
Yeah.
with great people. And we did not get the. I guess the thing that on our fourth one that we was really going to focus on was the first one we got to meet just about everybody.
As far as talking. Personally.
But the second and the third one was set up to where there was so much going on. I was moderating most all the time, and Wanda was too.
Running around.
She was running around trying to make sure everything's done. We really didn't get to visit with you guys, and that was probably something that bothered us more than anything else. Y'all came there to see us.
And we were busy.
And we were busy all the time. And a lot of you got to shake our hand and say, hey, but we really didn't get any one-on-one time with you. And that was going to be our focus on the fourth one. We had rented a big community center out here, and we was going to just have it very simple, very plain, and spend some time with you guys, because that was what y'all came here to do. And
then we had to shut it down.
Then we had to shut it down. That bothered us really bad.
But our Saturday night has always been our time to spend with y'all. Our time, even though we can't one-on-one exactly, we can watch the chat and we feel like we're talking to you. So Saturday Night Live has been our biggest fan thing for us to kind of work together with you guys, help answer questions. And I do try to answer emails and messages, and Danny does too. We try to answer as many as we can. We may not get everyone, but we try to answer as many as possible.
It's always encouraging when people send you a message back and they go, Deep South Homestead, you're the greatest. We ask people questions on other channels all the time. Y'all are the only ones that ever answer us back. You know, and and that, to me, is very special. And it makes me and Wanda put forth that much more effort to try to get to, at least we give you a heart. Now, we don't just hit the thing that gives everybody a heart, because you can do that. We don't do it. We actually go,
we read the comments.
I'll get up a lot of times at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'll sit there for an hour or an hour and a half going through comments, reading them, either answering them or, giving them a heart or something to that nature. I give up my mornings just to do that, because I love the interaction. I love to see what people say. But with everything that's always good, there's always a lot of negative. And that was something that I think Wanda had to learn this more than I did. You got to learn to have like a duck. You got to let the water learn to roll off your back, because you always have those people that are hateful, that are cruel and stuff like that, giving thumbs down. They think it gives them some kind of power to do a thumbs down, which means absolutely nothing to us. I mean, we don't.
Well, the first thumbs down, I cried.
She cried with the first one.
Because it was on my first cooking video.
Yeah.
And we had done like 10 or 12 videos at the time. And we didn't have any thumbs down. Not one thumbs down for the first 10 or 12 videos. And I did a cooking video. One of the first videos I did by myself without any help. And I got a thumbs down, so I cried.
Yeah, she was crying. I was like, what is wrong? And she said, I got a thumbs down. I'm like, my God, I try to shoot for 10. What's the deal? And she goes, what?
I said, no, I said, I broke our perfect record. I said, we had all thumbs up, and I got the first thumbs down. So that was a little disheartening, but then I learned it's okay. We have people that don't like us. We found out along the way that we are not the most popular channel around, but we do have a loyal subscriber base.
We have a great subscriber base. You know what I mean? Now, there are those that are just royal pains, okay?
But every channel
has those. People, you always have that, Misery loves company, and and if people are miserable, then they like to make everybody else try to be miserable. It doesn't work for me and Wanda. Especially not for me, because
I get my feelings hurt on occasion. I have to say that.
I could care less, but Wanda might. But.
In the meantime, we have done several things. The first year, I wrote a cookbook.
She did.
I wrote my first cookbook,
yes.
And we sold some at the Great Appalachian Conference. And I ordered 2 or 3 times and sold all those cookbooks, and then I just didn't order anymore. I said, well, everybody's got a cookbook. I'm not doing it. And about 2 years ago, everybody kept saying, do your cookbook again. I said, well, I need to add some more newer recipes. And so I sat down one day and spent like a whole week or two just adding a few new recipes to the old cookbook, changed the title and the front, and I had a second cookbook with the same recipes but more added. And so far we have sold, I think the first 2 weeks I sold 600.
Yeah, like 600 of them in 2 weeks, yeah.
And I was so thrilled. And so I've got cookbooks for sale, but in the meantime, Danny wrote 2 books.
Yeah, I have an English pea manual and a sweet potato manual that tells you everything you need to know about how to grow these things and how to be successful at it. Doesn't matter where you live at in the country. I mean, it works everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I wrote those 2 books, and people have tried to get me to write other books. It's just, and I would love to do it. It's just, it's a time issue.
Yeah, he has to sit. And 2, the pictures are all our pictures. I took every picture in them, and it took us a while because as the crops were growing or as he was planting, whatever, I had to get the perfect picture for what he was talking about. And so in both books, all the pictures are Deep South all the way.
All the way.
And so he wants to do others, and then maybe at some point we put them all together in one book. It's just that we have no time.
Yeah, time is a big issue for us.
Since we've started YouTube, we've managed to, we started out just gardening in the fields.
Yes.
We've added hugelkultur, raised beds. Well, we had raised beds to start with.
Yeah.
We started in with some containers. We've built 2 greenhouses, 2 ponds, and we've added a cabin for relaxation.
And we've built a canning kitchen now.
Yes, and the canning kitchen will be up and running shortly.
Yeah.
So we've had a long run with Deep South, and we have enjoyed every minute of it.
But we've come to the end of the road, guys. You know, and it's like one of those things that, you know, all good things have to come to an end. And it's one of those, you know, it's hard to look at people and say what you really want to say to them, because it's one of those things that you don't want to. You want to make sure that everybody understands exactly how you feel. You want to make sure they understand how proud you have been of everything that they've done for you, because you guys have been such a huge blessing to us. I mean, Wanda and I have literally made a lot of y'all, I'm going to say our families, our extended families.
We even get called aunt and uncle. We get called grandma. We have all kinds. We have adopted.
People want us to adopt them. You know?
Yeah, we have adopted quite a few YouTube channels and YouTube people and just people in general, because we consider them family.
And we've enjoyed this journey. It's been a good journey, you know. But we're at a point where, you know, we have to move on to the next chapter in our life. And that's a big step for Wanda and me, is actually making this next move. And but before we do, there is something that we would like to share with y'all, you know. And this that I'm fixing to share with you has nothing to do with us. It's because of you guys. And we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because without you, we wouldn't be where we are today in YouTube land, I guess you would say. And we've been blessed by you to receive this honor. And it took a long time in getting it. 9 months exactly. Yeah, about 9 months to be exact. Well, that's a birth. You know, I mean, it had to be like a birth. Yeah, it's like a birth. And but what we wanted to do, guys, we wanted to show y'all what you allowed happen to us.
For us. 9 months ago.
9 months ago. It just took to this point to actually get to where we're at with it. But I want to share with you something here. See this right here? This right here is our YouTube button. The silver YouTube button. And then on it right here at the bottom it says, this is presented to Deep South Homestead for passing 100,000 subscribers. Now we're technically at what, 167 or something?
I think we're at 167 now.
Yeah.
We are working our way toward 200, y'all. Y'all just get us there. That'd be awesome.
But, you know, this means a lot to me and Wanda.
Yeah, it does. And it really is just a plaque. But to us, it represents, just like this plaque over here.
Yes.
It represents something very special. This, Daryl from Two Family made, and we had all these people sign it when they were at our gathering. And this means something too. This plaque means we hit our 100,000 subscriber a few months ago.
Yeah.
And we really were having a hard time getting it because we didn't. Wanda messed up.
Well, we first got a check on our thing for reaching 100,000 by Deep South Homestead's name on YouTube.
And just so that people don't do what I did, I got an email, and it must have been one of those scam things, but I didn't know it. And it was asking for information, and I would try and put the information in because I thought it was the reward for this. It was YouTube rewards. It had YouTube on it, but yet it was not authentic, and I didn't realize that. And then the next day when I went back in, it said the time had lapsed. And I told Danny, I said, so we don't get our YouTube button because the time's gone away. I didn't put the right information. Something happened.
Yeah.
And so all this time I thought we weren't going to get it. And he looked it up here a few weeks ago, and he said, you know, if I click this, it says to send them an email. Let's see what happens. And we actually got an email back, and he talked with them, and they says, oh, we're going to expedite it. You should have gotten it.
Yeah.
So we did get it. It took 9 months, but we got it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We should have been more diligent, I reckon, but
we've been working. We've been doing so much.
We stay so busy.
Things go by the wayside with us. And this is very special because you guys brought us here.
But we are ready to move on to the next chapter in our life. And
which is?
The next chapter is, this means a lot to me, more than you'll ever know. But now, I want the 500,000 subscribers. You know, I want to make it to 500. And
I'm working toward 175.
I know
right
it, but
now.
I want to make it to 500. And the thing about it is the only way we're going to do that is if we have to have you guys help. I mean,
yeah,
it has to be shared on all sorts of media and stuff like that, and we have to have the thumbs up on our videos. We have to have comments and stuff like this. That puts us in the algorithm.
Share.
Share. It
we
puts
never
us.
say that because
I
it
know.
feels kind of weird. We started out doing this like, share, and subscribe at the end.
Yeah.
And we
like,
wanted our videos to be more personal with you, and we didn't want to feel like we were forcing you to do something. And so this will probably be the only time you'll hear us. Every now and then he might mention it or something about share it, but there's a way to help us, and that is to share the videos. But let me explain a little about the videos. In the corner, I'm not sure, right-hand corner.
It'll be your left hand.
Left hand, right up here. There'll always be something pops up with a little eye, and it'll be suggested. Those are videos that we put up there that relate to the video, or it's some of our videos that just give you extra meaning there or something. And we have one video. I've been waiting all this time to have one hit 1 million views, and it hasn't hit it yet. It is at 900 and something thousand, and it is
how to grow amazing tomatoes or awesome tomatoes.
I don't know. It's a tomato video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna link it in here. I keep linking it in videos when we're talking about tomatoes and different stuff, hoping that somewhere along the way it'll finally hit that 1 million. But you guys help us get to that 1 million, please.
She's just.
I'm like, I want that 1 million on something here.
I mean, we're at what, 27 million views now.
Something like that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Y'all have really blessed our hearts, guys.
Yeah.
I know this is a little different video, but we thought we would just throw it out there. It's just something kind of reminiscent for us, I guess.
Yeah.
we've done a lot on YouTube. We've met a lot of great people, and we hope to meet a lot more. We've even met people in town the other day that said they watched us.
We went by to get my sweet potato manuals and picked up from the printing company where they make them at. And I walked in the door and the guy goes, "Oh, I watch you on TV," and I was like, it happens all the time when we go places. I mean, it's not anything uncommon. And I sit and had a very nice conversation with a gentleman. He's a local person around here. We went to vote, and somebody at the voting precinct says, "Oh, Ma, there's Danny and Wanda," you know, and it happens. We go to Walmart, anywhere we go, people recognize us.
And that's kind of it's a little strange sometimes.
Sometimes it can be a little awkward, but it's okay. We get a chance to meet people and to carry on conversations with them. You never know. You know?
And we hope that you enjoy our videos. We're going to be working more toward showing, I guess, the same thing: gardening and the cabin and fishing. We're gonna gear into fishing because I think that's all Danny does now.
Well, I do.
Danny don't garden anymore.
I do a lot of fishing now, or just catch and release. But I mean,
so I think we're gonna work into some of that before long, and just what we do here at Deep South. Our place is
it's
our
coming,
place.
It's coming together.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
You don't just jump out unless you have a lot of money and have the homestead of your dreams right away. You have to work at it. And Danny's been working at this place for a long, long time.
Long time.
And I've been here 8 years, and we have made major changes, but it has taken 8 years to get here.
Yeah.
And you guys have helped us. I mean, along the way, you guys have helped with all your super chats, Patreon, buying our books, simply just sending messages and stuff keeps us going day to day.
Yeah, the encouragement's the biggest thing with us.
That's what we need. So you guys keep it up, keep watching our videos. Help us hit his 500,000 subscribers. That's just, to me, that is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
To know that we've even hit 167,000 is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And 27 million views. But y'all, thank you.
Thank you, Pam. And we're fixing to have to call this pretty quick because the rain's starting to hit the roof, and it's going to probably mess with the video.
Yeah.
But guys, we just wanted to come on and make this video. It's our way of saying thank you from the depths of our heart for allowing us to make this achievement in our life and be able to get to this point.
Where can I put it? There.
That's good. That's fine right there. You know, and our desire now is to make the 500,000. But if we don't, we're okay with that. It's not about reaching a number. It's more about personal relationships with us and being able to help people. We've there's been, you know, like I said a while ago, there's ups and downs with this. Wanda and I have lost a lot of our close friends that was YouTube.
Yeah.
We've had several people that was very close to us that was on YouTube pass away. And when you look at someone as family and they've been to your house and then they pass away, it's like losing a family member. And so that's one of the things that goes along with the YouTube channel.
You have a whole lot more family and friends that you care about, and the more you have, the more you will lose.
The more you'll lose.
And so it's been a fun road. It's up and down. We hope to continue and do our best, and we just want you to keep watching.
Yeah, so I'm going to say it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
That brings back a lot of memories.
When we was when I was on the phone, you know, Wanda was you know, she was just I was saying, you know, this is I was saying goodbye, and I told him, I said, this is Danny. If you would relieve me return my phone call at this particular number here. And when I clicked the phone off, Wanda looked at me and she said, I was so waiting for you to say, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. I was like, no, and I don't always say that, but sometimes if you're not careful, you will say that.
And, you know, people have asked too, since I have my own channel, Crazy Days, they say, how do you keep, when you introduce yourself from mixing up Deep South and Crazy Days in your intros. I've got a few on both of them that I've probably mixed up and just people have let it slide. Somebody may say something, but it does get confusing sometimes. And I will do 2 intros or 2 outros sometimes because I don't know which channel I'm putting the video on.
Yes, we do have to do that a lot of times, and we have to do 2, one for each one of them. But guys, thank y'all so much from the depths of our heart, and I don't know that y'all will ever know what this means to us.
To have you guys watch us and enjoy the interaction.
Yeah, it's not all peaches and cream on our end, but it's a job. It's literally a job. You know, we spend close to 8 hours a day, you know, or more sometimes doing this. But it's a labor of love for us, and plus it's a mission for us. When we first started out, we was looking for a mission to get involved in, and YouTube has become that mission for us. It gives us an area to bring in the Lord and to be able to share the gospel in some form or shape here, and that's a blessing to us also. So,
yeah, we call it our home mission.
Yeah, it is. So guys, we're going to be sitting back, enjoying the journey. Wherever we end up going with YouTube, we'll be there. If we only ever make it to 200,000, or if we only ever make it to 175, whatever.
If we only make it to 167, we're
yeah,
there.
If we're there, I mean, we'll be happy, because it's not.
We already are.
I mean, it's not about, like I said, it's not about being huge for us.
Yeah, we've just been kind of joking with you guys somewhat, but it is fun to laugh and to enjoy this.
Yes.
So just join us in the videos, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you guys from Deep South Homestead.